Okay, so continue. Now that this one soul, whose powers and elements have been described above, can be compared to matter, for which intellect serves as a form. We're going to see. When the soul is not given form through intellect, it will be as if the preparation of the soul to receive a form was for a naught, and that is existence will lack substance. So let's read again. There is one commentary. So we'll see why the soul need to be in some form. So we always say that the body of the person is a container for the soul. So why does it have to be like a body special shape if the soul is shapeless, right? So why is that? So let's see. This paragraph is commentaries, and we try to explain. Now that this one soul, whose power and elements have been described above, so all of these 5 elements we combine, of course they combine into one, can be compared to matter, for which intellect serves as a form. What does it mean? So these 5 elements of the soul, right? And it's one entity. So they compare to intellect serves as a form. What does it mean? Commentary. In this context, it is worthwhile to refer to Rambam's statement Hilchas Yisodei HaTorah, chapter 4 and Halachos 8 and 9. So we never learn it because it's not very applicable to what we do in our classes here. But it's very, very interesting. Somebody who will like all of this deep stuff, but not instead of halacha, but like on the side. So it's very, very interesting. So now we're going to Hilchas Yisodei HaTorah, chapter 4, Halachos 8 and 9. The soul of all flesh is a form which was given by God. Right? The soul of all flesh is a form what was given by God. Okay. Continue. So it doesn't matter. All of the entities that have soul, they have it was given by God, and it's without measure. Okay, continue. The extra dimension that is found in the soul of man is a form of man that is perfect in its knowledge. Okay, so it's like extra dimension. So even though we say that there is no dimension, right? But in some sense, in a spiritual sense, there is extra dimension, extra part, right? Of the soul of the man is a form of a man that is perfect in its knowledge. Okay. Concerning this form, the Torah states in Bereshit 1:26, "Let us make man in our image, in our likeness." Right? What does it mean? Granting man a form that knows and comprehends idea that is not material. So that's advantage of the. Yeah, go ahead. Any questions? Or could you put yourself on mute, please? Or could you please put yourself on mute? Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, thank you. All right, thank you very much. Okay, so let's continue. So HaShem said that let us make man in our image and our likeness. For there is granted man a form that knows and comprehends idea that is not material. So, and that's why you can explain somebody like some concept, something like you saw and that person have never seen in his life, right? And this person is going to understand through the power of the soul, with this part of the soul. This verse does not refer to the form of the body perceived by the eye, or the soul found in all living flesh that allow it to eat, drink, and reproduce, feel, think, but rather to knowledge, for it is a form of the soul. So now we're going a little Kabbalistically. It's very interesting. So let's read again, and we're going to explain line by line. Very interesting. The verse does not refer to the form of the body, right? It's in our likeness, right? So when so some idol worshippers, they read the verse and says that HaShem created man in his likeness. So meaning what? Meaning God looks like man. Okay, that's in his likeness. That's the literal understanding of the verse, right? So that's it's very interesting. So one more time. This verse does not refer to the form of the body, like in the likeness of spiritual being, right? Perceived by eye, or the soul found in all living flesh that allows it to eat, drink, and reproduce. So all of this lower part of the soul that we spoke last time, right? Reproduce, feel, and think, but rather to knowledge. So that's definition of man, right? Knowledge, for it is a form of soul. So knowledge is a form of soul. Knowledge, form of soul. Continue. The form of this soul is not combination of the fundamental elements, right, into which it will ultimately decompose, or does not come from the vital soul. Rather, it is from God. It knows and comprehends knowledge that is above matter, knows the Creator and all things that exist forever.
Rabbi, can I ask a question?
Please, yes.
How can we explain like why one person is tall, one person is short? Is it based on the type of soul that the person has?
No, that's what we just said. It has nothing to do with the soul. We said exactly it does not have to do with the soul. Why Hashem created all of these people different? I don't know. It's a good question. So and forget about one is shoulder, one is soul. There is no two faces alike. So all of the faces, all the people in the world are different. So even like the twins, somebody said they exactly look alike, but and I knew some twins in my life, and when I first saw them, I said that there is like exactly the same. But after some time, they're very, very different. You understand? So all of the it has nothing to do with the physical form. And but you're welcome. But very interesting that you ask. So it says that in a parasha about Yaakov, right? It says Yaakov loved Yosef more than all other brothers, right? So the question is asked, like, why would Yaakov love Yosef? What was so special about Yosef? And one explanation, I'm giving that like 3 or 4 different explanations, but I want to give Rabbi Yehuda's Rabbi Yonassan's explanation. So he said, it's very interesting. So he said that Yohanan, I apologize, Yohanan, that was a different rabbi. So he said that Yaakov and Yosef look alike, like very, very similar looking. And he said that the facial expression is like a reflection of the soul. The facial expression is, and when people look alike, right, it means that their spiritual like insight are very similar to each other, and that's why they attract. Why? Because a person naturally he loves himself. She likes herself. That's normal. If a person does not love himself or herself, that's a big issue, right? If you want to explain later on, not right now. So that's facial expression can change. So why? When you purify your soul, your facial expression can change, right? And we saw many examples on that. People before Teshuvah and after Teshuvah. even like 5-10 years pass, and you would think that a person would look older. Of course, yeah, they look a little older in some case, but in some cases, people look even younger, especially women, like younger face that when she was in her 20s, and she now is in her 40s. Very interesting. Okay. So, any other questions? Or continue? Yeah, go ahead.
No, you're absolutely right. The face does change after the Shua.
Yes. Yeah, very
Thank you, Rabbi.
You're welcome. Okay, continue. Good questions. Okay, continue. So this soul. So it's for comprehension, right? When the soul is not given, when the soul is not given the form through intellect, when the soul is not given form through intellect, it will be as if the preparation of the soul to receive a form was for naught, right? So why like if we say the form is a body, so and this is shapeless, so what do we need this for? And its existence will lack substance. Okay, this is implied in a verse. It's from Proverbs 19:2. Even without knowledge, the soul exists, but it's not good. So we see people like not bright people to say mildly. They exist and they function, right? But the proverb said it's not good. This means that if the soul is not grasped in its form, and form and what forms the soul is knowledge, as we said, right? Is form, but it remains a soul without knowledge. It is not good. So what forms a soul is not the body. It's not like some like a bigger person would have a bigger soul. Absolutely not, right? So, but what forms the soul is knowledge. Nevertheless, a discussion of the definition of a form, matter in intellect, and how they acquire is not a place here. So Rambam, in his brilliance, okay, he said we're going to explain somewhere else. For this text is devoted to study of our character traits. The subject matter mentioned above is more appropriate for a book of prophecy. Okay, so we're going to see what does it mean that we mentioned. This concludes the chapter and lay the foundation for the next. So this chapter, so just to remind to people who join us for the first day today, the Shemoneh Perakim is introduction to Perakim Avot. So Perakim Avot, I hope everybody learned Perakim Avot with Rabbi Reuven Shlita. It's 170, I think, lectures online. Each lecture is 2-3 hours plus. So it's very, very informative, very, very deep. And it took us, I don't know, 2 or 3 years to complete these lectures. It's very interesting, right? But this he never covered, and he asked me to cover this. Very interesting. Okay, continue. Number 7. So it's commentary on this on another place where he would discuss these matters. So what does it mean? In his introduction to the 10th chapter of the tractate Sanhedrin, the Rambam mentioned his desire to compose a text concerning prophecy. Although he never actually composed such a text, he prepared material for it and subsequently used material for composing Guide of Perplexed. Okay.